All right, all right, all right. Welcome everyone to Gamers Arc, a Fall Valorant Tournament 2021 Chapter 3 Built Different. Today is our semifinals, day 2 of our tournament. It's super exciting things are happening today. We have team name TGMU Gaming over at Gamers Arc TV. So if you are here to cheer for them, hop onto that Twitch channel. If you are here to see Royal Cards versus Immigrants, then stay tuned because they are just filling in their teams right now in Valorant. And they're also going to do a coin toss to figure out who gets to, don't worry about the music, who gets to choose the map and who gets to choose the side that they want to start on first. All right, so without further ado, let me just real quick talk about sponsors while they do that. So much thanks to our sponsors, Lovejoy Peanut Butter, for donating 4 jars of uniquely made peanut butter flavors: maple cinnamon, honey chia seeds, chocolate hazelnut, dark chocolate coconut, and also, obviously, you can't forget Classic Smooth and Classic Crunch. We're actually doing a giveaway of this 100% natural goodness for those of you who are viewing. So if you do want to win this viewer prize and you want to enter in for the giveaway, all you have to do is type LovejoyPB in the Twitch chat. Make sure you go to Instagram, hit follow, and find the Gamers Arc post and comment underneath your favorite. Oh no, actually, that was yesterday. Yesterday was comment how your favorite way to eat peanut butter. So if you look through the comments, you'll find some really funny suggestions. But today, actually, we're going to have you tag a friend, and we will be checking. So once you do that, we will do a draw at the end of the night. So please stay tuned. If you missed any of that, type in ! giveaway for more information or ! sponsor to see more information about them. All right, before I keep talking my head off, I almost forgot to introduce the people that I am here with today. I am your co-host Jodanonse, and here I also have Michael. Mic check. Woohoo! All right, and we also have under our desk the AV Gremlin Subakshi, and much thanks to her, we have the stream nice and running. How are you doing today, Michael? I'm doing good too. I'm a little bit, I guess you can call it butterflies. I have butterflies from this whole tournament, so I'm really excited to see who's, like, how the plays are gonna go. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh, Real quick, I'm going to do a little rundown of the schedule. So it is currently 3:04 in Toronto, and this is when our semifinals are starting. And later on at 6:30 p.m. Toronto time, EST, we will also have our grand finals. I also hear rumors of a post grand final interview, so we can confirm whether that's true or not at the end of the stream. Okay. All right, it looks like the team captains are ready. And if the desktop audio is not working, does game sound not good?
I'm worried that the game sound won't come out.
Okay. Uh, 1 second as we get this technical difficulty sorted. Michael, feel free to do what you do best and fill in the silence.
Also, Michael, I don't know.
Oh, wait. Can the chat hear Michael at all? If the desktop audio is not getting picked up, can the chat hear Michael? Am I talking to myself? Hello, hello. Mic test, mic test. Can everyone hear
This
Michael
is Mike.
now?
This is Delta V, everybody. If you can hear my voice, just give us a little thumbs up or a little shout out and appreciate that. Just doing a little quick audio check before we start with the match.
Also, I'm a little insulted. The chat is screaming for Sunny. Well, after all, this is Sunny's channel. If you are here to look for Humsay, I recommend that you go to twitch.tv/gamersarctv to see him casting, I believe, GMU Gaming and team name.
Can you hear it? Can you hear monitoring and music and stuff? No?
I don't know because I hear the music.
Might just should be fine. We'll find out in 3 minutes.
Sounds good. So the teams are locked into position and they are now in agent select. And it looks like, who do we have on defenders and who do we have on attackers? It looks like we have royal cards on defenders and Team Immigrants on attacking. I would like to publicly clarify, speaking of butterflies, I would like to clarify that Team Immigrants was the winner of the last bracket, and I do apologize for that little mix-up where we previously thought Gang 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 had taken over. That was a little note mix-up on our part. Hello, chat. Yes, we are noticing you.
Choose your agent.
Hello, hello, Wonder Chung. Good to see you today. Where is my bubble tea? I need bubble tea for necessity because I burned my hand and that ice is the only kind of ice that will cool me. Looks like they have picked Haven as their map. Mic check.
Yep. So unfortunately, I cannot see the I don't see the screen share. So
AV Gremlin is running to you right now.
thank you, AV Gremlin, for bringing me the game.
Oh, the chat is saying that, Michael, you are my imaginary friend because I am talking to myself. But the stream should start catching up because of the delay, and they will find out that I have manifested you into existence.
That I actually exist. Yeah, that's.
You must exist. I bought you so many times on Valorant.
This goes here. That goes there.
So, real quick, we have a little rundown. We have royal cards on defending. We have Iron Nightmare, Ill Visions, Samurai Kai, Minhee or Min, and Shalt. And on Team Immigrants, we have Bangtip, EXD, Gwendolyn, Caroline, and Apoxy. I believe. Oh, funny story. This is a 4v4 that is happening. So last minute, one of the teammates dropped out from one of the teams. And then they were like, oh no, what are we gonna do? And then we just got notice that this morning, one of the other teams were unable to make it with all 5 of their stack. So we were like, at the meeting this morning, it worked out perfectly, and it will be a 4v4.
Yeah, and coincidence on top of that is that the teams had already been paired up prior to knowing that the players that each team was going to be missing one. So it really was just fortune that the team that originally lost one of their players and wouldn't be able to come in at all today wound up being teamed up with the other the other team that had a player had a last minute delay that they wouldn't get into later on. So just fortune, really.
Royal cards are defending.
I will rip the light from them.
Immigrants on attack. Yeah, I'm really interested to see how the dynamic will shift with just 4 players. In a sense, it'll be a practice round for them in the beginning, because they're all like trying to figure out how to run their very curated and well-coordinated tests.
Tripwire
One man
destroyed.
down.
Spike down, C.
And then kind of come on the scene knowing this. Ooh, Cypher. I am sorry that happened.
Are you sorry because you're a Cypher man?
Kind of, yeah. Although, watching Gwendolyn play yesterday, I'm not surprised that the shots were made. Gwendolyn's a great player. But yeah, of course, I'm going to be rooting for Cypher a little bit just because I want to see that. I want to see that carry through. I like Cyphers. I like seeing them play. Gwendolyn's... maybe not. It seems like Gwendolyn can decide which wants to go through mid-window or not.
The setup, Killjoy's setup is taking up half of A site currently.
Yeah. It looks like she's got A long and A short covered pretty well.
Right now, Royal Cards is pretty well distributed, trying to flank from either side onto B site, while
Here.
Team Immigrants is pushing in.
Looks like the majority of Immigrants kind of hanging back, trying to see if they can get little picks, and there they go. They're still on a 3v3. But you notice they're kind of posted up there in mid, not really.
Ooh, EXD is able to get a pick off of the people as they come onto site, and that one is taken by...
We saw EXD playing a lot of Killjoy yesterday. So you can see EXD play a Battle Sage today.
I'm a little confused. I believe someone changed... Okay, team members. Somebody changed their username.
That is correct.
Different from the one that showed up. So let's see who we don't have on team.
We've got EXD, Gwendolyn. Can we get our AV to cycle through the red players? Looking at Caroline, EXO.
So we have Iron Nightmare.
I'm sorry. I think, yeah, Caroline.
1 second. Could we get a tab? Thank you.
Oh, so it's in. It's not. It's in Royal Cards. Royal Cards is the one that's changed.
Okay,
What's their
either
name?
Min H or Samurai Kai is now I have a sister. That was what I was trying to figure out. Could we actually ask in chat which one is which? I have a sister. Who are you?
Oh, this is a nice spot. Yes, this should do. That goes there. This goes
Where are
here.
your favorite spots to set up Cypher util on Haven, Michael?
Well, so if I'm defending, usually you'll find me on C. I can put a camera long. Although occasionally I'll throw the camera actually closer to where you come once you get onto site from C long, because the camera winds up being behind them, and then I can use that for retake, and they don't notice it right away. I'll usually put a trip there.
In-game, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I like that. And operating within the smoke. That was pretty interesting.
Oh, I have a sister takes down 2 sisters. Oh, and clutches.
Some good crosshair placement on that.
And that also happens to be one of your favored gun skins, is it not? The Oni Phantom.
Yes, the Oni Phantom has always been one of my favorites. But just the Phantom.
Looks like Cypher is alone on C site.
Yeah, that's not unusual at all. You notice he put his camera way there at the end so he can look down and see long and not peek with his head.
Team Immigrants is slowly moving up to B site. Gets an entry frag and pushes in with a leader. Oh, and they are able to get... Oh, I thought they were going to take everyone down, but they still have 1 survivor. Oh, and Shot gets
Caroline's
taken down.
got some great crosshair placement there. If you notice, when he's tracking on that corner, it was right at head level. Interesting fact for those of you that are watching, you may not know this. Most of the large crates are actually sitting right at head height. So if you need to kind of get some practice in ahead of time where a head's going to show up, it's right on the border between. If you got 2 crates, stuff like that, it's right there. It's
Looking
1 crate high.
That's great to know. I feel like those are one of those little hacks that just help you better with game sense, especially for those who are starting off with a new FPS game.
Absolutely.
If you look at the loadout currently, it's actually really interesting. Both teams just have majority Vandal and majority Phantom with 1 exception on either side. It almost looks like they have imposters, spies, you know?
Or they each have 1 person that maybe bought a little too much too early and is suffering a little on the economy.
Bounty pushing up on A short. Iron Nightmares throws a few bullets.
Yeah, looks like Immigrants got most of their party stacked up in B window.
I wonder if Gwendolyn will be able to get the flick on I Have a Sister. Oh, and successfully does get that headshot, even though I Have a Sister detected them beforehand. Illusions with 3 kills in a row and a wallbang.
I'll handle this.
Oh, and Bangtip gets flanked by Yoru's ult and dies. If you were to come up with a strategy for a 4v4 team layout, what would you do differently from a 5v5, Michael?
That goes there.
Well, so 5v5 standard layout's usually 2-1-2, especially for Haven. I would think that for a 4v4, it might almost make sense to kind of centralize yourself. Maybe put 1 on A, 1 on C, and with orders just pull back and just work on a retake, because it's a 4v4 on a retake instead of leaving yourself having people commit to trying to defend those and keep them from getting on site. It's just better to pull back, take the intel, pull back, and set up a retake on that site. So get your eyes out, pull back, regroup, go in as 1.
Speaking of intel, I'm surprised neither of them have Sova, but on a 4v4, are there certain agents that you would want on your team?
I think with a 4v4, you're going to be at a disadvantage, especially, well, Haven specifically, because you have 3 sites, right?
Very true.
So you'd almost have to have an intel person to help cover that, whether it's a Sova arrow launching over to C, so you don't have to place a body there, and you can double up, have two and two on A and B. So I think an intel, but the rest of the time, I need probably I want people that can do entry fragging, because if you're thinking about that retake scenario where you're just gonna allow them to come in and then retake, maybe even before they get fully set up, that's what you want. You want Phoenix and you want Jet and you want Reyna, just going in and messing with their nice little pretty setup, because they've only got 4 people, so they're a little short on their defense too, right? So that's my thoughts on it.
There.
Yeah, I guess using agents that do have a nice little setup helps you to watch more than one angle. Act as a fake body.
There's Gwendolyn
Oh,
doing what Reyna does best. Yep.
That headshot
One
through
enemy
that
remaining.
semi-smoke. Meanwhile, Sage gets plant. Oh, there comes that wall. Oh, Iron Nightmare is able to take down Caroline. Back of sight. I wonder if he's gonna be able to see Bunk Deep in time.
One enemy
Oh,
remaining.
perfect timing. He might actually have a chance at
Handle
this.
this.
Watching, keeping the blue ring clear.
Oh, and he gets the
Nice.
last kill on Bunk Deep and is able to get
Well
to
done.
the defuse.
Yep. Well done by our Nightmare.
Anyone
Well
else
executed.
think they can kill a god?
Iron Nightmare is clearly not stuck in iron. Michael, I don't hear
No.
you laughing.
No, he's far from it. He's sitting at platinum. So, but yes, you don't get cookies for really bad puns.
Okay, right now Royal Cards is leading by 7-2 on Immigrants.
And I think viewers should take note. Like I said, watching Nightmare play Yoru, even though Yoru is a pretty frustrating character to deal with, doing it well, and it's the strategy I think that separates platinum from lower tiers. You're really working. You've already got the mechanics down. Now it's just working the other players' headspace.
All right, as we're creeping up onto the sites, if there's a team you're cheering for or an agent you're cheering for, hype them up. If you're here just for the underdog, hype them up as well, because we've seen quite a few turn of events yesterday.
Placing swarm grenade.
Oh, Bunk Deep turns to pop his nano swarm and gets taken down by I Have a Sister in that single moment. Gwendolyn tries to continue the push.
There.
Oh, and Sage, I believe, was trying to get on that wall, but is unable to do so.
Last player standing.
Oh, I think they
Spike
were
down mid.
EXE was trying to grab the spike. Valiant efforts. Caroline instantly puts Iron Nightmare down, but gets smoked off.
Ten seconds left.
Caroline successfully saves. That beautiful, beautiful phantom.
Remember when Glitch Pop first came out? I did not like it at all. I thought it was too frilly, too crazy looking, but it's definitely grown on me.
I personally really liked it, except for the stickers, because as people know, I have sticker phobia, and it just makes things look a little bit messier. Like, to think that you'll be dragging that gun through the mud, the dirt, I mean, that's not how you should handle your weapons. But, I mean, with all that friction, the stickers are bound to just curl up and die on you like bugs. Lots of dust getting in between.
You could always put some enamel over them and keep them there, keep them from curling up.
But then wherever the enamel stops, the dust starts again. I don't know, Michael. It's gonna take a lot to convince me that stickers are a good thing. Oh, Bunky
Spike
gets a
down
wonderful
A.
headshot on Iron Nightmare.
You know me, I like a problem to solve, so I'll think about it.
Bunky has the spike and is rotating out, being wary of anybody who might be anchoring sites. Decides someone might be on B site.
30
and
seconds
continues
left.
on to C.
Backup is slowly coming out of A long.
I believe Iron Nightmare is pushing out, though. He barely misses Spunky.
Last player standing.
Gets the plant down just in time as the last player.
Interesting. Probably think I would have gone for
Oh!
a. Yep.
And gets taken out by a sister.
I think I would have set up for long on that one, but it's a player's choice at the time. It's always easy to armchair quarterback afterwards, you know. But I'm a big fan of playing for long. Just gives them one more place to have to look and be wary about slow their approach as they try to reclaim the site.
Last round in the half.
Wow, that half went really fast, folks. Let's take a look at the scoreboard and give a little shout out to the top and bottom fraggers. I have a sister playing Omen, has 16 kills, 4 deaths and 3 assists. Gwendolyn on Immigrants has 9, 12, and 3. On the bottom fragging side that we love very much, Schultz has 450, EXE has 393. Last time we saw, depending on what agents they played and which map they chose, we saw the bottom fraggers become top fraggers and top fraggers become bottom fraggers. I'm wondering if this is happening today.
I think, yeah, I think we all have had those days and those games, right? There's no difference in a tournament, I think, where you wind up with just, the timing's off and you seem to find every bullet with your face.
Iron Nightmare just tried to get a little intel by canceling his teleport after joining the little ring around the rosy, but gets wall banged in the process. Bunky sets down his ice creams, aka Nano's ones. EXE knows, so EXE is probably telling their teammates that there was someone heaven because they saw the turret get taken down, and they are successfully able to smite them. So Immigrants takes that round.
Switching sides.
Real quick, in case you are here to watch GMU Gaming and team name, head on over to twitch.tv, GamersArc.tv, and you will see Humsay casting by his lovely self, along with spoonfuls of peanut butter. So maybe you will be able to manipulate him into taking another few shots of peanut butter like he did yesterday. We might be able to show those clips a little bit later. But for now, on this stream, twitch.tv/Humsay, we are seeing Team Immigrants versus Royal Cards.
Time to jump.
I think it would be really interesting to actually get Humsay to do the shots of peanut butter while he's trying to narrate the game. Watch him trying to talk through all that peanut butter. Right. If anything else, we should get some really good audio clips for later that we can keep playing. Yeah.
Last player standing.
Who said ghosts can't hurt you?
Placing sentry. Placing swarm grenade.
Here.
I find it hilarious whenever I'm trying to, or someone is trying to entry frag and someone just switches to melee and creeps a little bit faster, tiptoes a little bit ahead of you, where it's like, okay, I'm leading the party really quietly, everyone follow me, and then suddenly someone's kind of jogs in slow motion in front of you. This is
Did we
actually
ever
really
get
cute.
Did we ever get clarification on who I Have a Sister is?
Yes, their name was something like Shoya? Yes. That was their previous in-game name.
Planted the spike.
So now
more
Royal
targets
Cards is
left.
attacking, and then
Last
he's
player
defending.
standing.
Gwendolyn really milking some of those orbs, making full use of them. All right, chat. How do you think this will play out? Do you think we will get 2 games out of them or 3? Since this is best out of 3, depending on who we have as the winner this time, we might get a tie. Because so far it doesn't seem too uneven. All right, chat. If there are any plays you would also like to see, give a few suggestions, a few recommendations. Maybe if you yell enough, they'll hear you.
I know I've seen a couple requests for watching I Have a Sister. We could switch to him, him, for a moment. Appreciate that. There you go.
Currently, I have a sister's actively looking at a wall, setting out some smokes.
Obviously brought some fans with him to watch the stream today, so
Spike down A.
good crosshair placement.
We know the truth. The chat just wants to see the Oni Phantom.
I'm not upset by it. It's a sweet gun.
Oh, and
Standing. One
Insta
enemy
gets
remaining.
taken down. EXD takes ill visions out with the stinger, was that? That's always a sad moment to get taken down by a stinger. But it's such a satisfying feeling to actually be on the other end of that. What is the most underrated gun you would say? Like you yourself
someone
don't
get angry?
expect to get kills using this gun, but you surprisingly get more
Sentry.
than you thought.
I think that would have to be the Bulldog.
Oh.
The Bulldog on a 3-round burst is pretty devastating because it's actually pretty accurate.
Placing swarm grenade.
There's not a lot of drift on a 3-round burst, so headshots long range are pretty effective. I'm just not as confident using it close in with the spray, holding the spray on it. So, but I always amaze myself. Every once in a while, I'll pull a Bulldog out and I'll pop some people on C long or some long shot that I didn't expect I would get, and I'm always pleasantly surprised when it happens. So how about you?
I would say the Ghost. I always feel like because it's such a small gun, it's gonna be weak, but for some reason it's a little bit easier to control and sounds a little bit sharper, so psychologically I do a little bit better with a Ghost than a Classic. I will say, however, it's frustrating whenever I think I have a Classic in my hands because the weight is similar in my head, and I try to right click and I die. No, left click. Yes, right click.
Like Gwendolyn wasn't willing to wait for Odin to pop out of their teleport. Just give them a warning shot, saying nope, not today. I've actually gone away from using the Ghost quite a bit.
30
I think
seconds
for whatever reason, I expect a little more out of the gun than I feel like I get at times. So I caught myself in those beginning rounds, like picking up a Ghost and then putting it back. And taking up the classic.
Where is everyone?
Ill
Saving the
Vision's
money.
popped a little bit of a give me a corpse. I feel like Cypher is one of the funnest agents to spam audio cues with. Especially that line. It's just a classic.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, made Sage pay for that one.
Ooh.
You saw she kind of pre-fired through that box and didn't follow through. Turned her head.
Plays.
Yep.
So we just got notified from the chat that I have a sister is indeed a dude. Or it is a him.
It's a him. Copy that. Unfortunately, you're going to hear our voices about 3 minutes after the fact that you put it in chat. So apologies for that. Gonna make sure no one's using the Twitch stream as an unfair advantage.
Cover going out.
Deleted.
Currently, we only have Killjoys as overlapping agents on both teams, which is interesting. It almost seems like a battle of the Killjoys. Speaking of which, Bunk Jeep is going into garage, I believe.
Well, Killjoy's another one's great
Gets to
great
go.
agents that can take and pretty much hold a site or at least delay a site all by herself, you know. So I think it's a good choice on both teams to have a Killjoy. Get some intel, delay a take.
It's funny, as soon as I said the only commonality both teams had was a Killjoy, one of them took the other one out.
Yeah.
But after all, this tournament is called Chapter 3 Built Different. But we'll have to wait till the end of the night to see which team truly is built different.
Well, the gap between the two teams are closing. Only 3 win spread between the two. It just
Royal
kind of
Cars
shows.
10 and Immigrants with 7. Yes. I
Yeah.
interrupted you.
No, that's all right. But I think we have. It just kind of shows how important attacking and defending is to the maps. Giving teams that are pretty evenly dispersed as far as the skill levels go. Obviously, defense and attacking is a real consideration in these maps and how well you'll do. I think this map, to be honest with you, I think it kind of favors the attacker slightly because they have 3 options. And the mid allows you to kind of swing into, gives a second option to C, so you can start with B and move to C pretty easily.
Right now, something interesting is happening. Iron Nightmare, in order to retrieve this spike, is about to go into his ult, but has his teleportation orb set at the entrance of A site and is able to transport the spike in a flash with 43 seconds on the clock. Meanwhile, the team could have cleared the site, but they are hiding in the smoke for now. I wonder if they're aware that there are some in heaven. Oh, and speaking of the devil, heaven sends down hellfire, but Iron Nightmare is able to get out of there in time.
Yeah, able to drop the spike and get out.
Really good Yoru plays by Iron Nightmare right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last player standing.
Bunktip and Caroline really distributing the load there. Instead of shooting at the same person or averaging and shooting in between, they successfully take down one each.
No, you don't deserve my
Good teamwork.
emotions.
Team Immigrants. EXE seems to be planning a sneaky wall right there. I wonder if they are trying to hop on or hide behind it. One of my friends really enjoys doing a faulty wall on purpose, leaving a tiny gap and trying to shoot through the gap. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's always very funny to see.
There you go. You got the lift onto the wall. So I was just then to get on the boxes and get a little more maneuvering room.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
Interesting flash. Iron Nightmare tries to flash right outside of the smoke on the ground and is successfully able to blind other people while being protected by the smoke. I have a sister is listening hard. Oh, but gets taken down by Caroline.
Said I really do think that Haven's more of a offensive weighted map, but I'll tell you what, Immigrants are really taking it. They're doing a really good job of defending these sites, and wonder what the real card's going to do to try to change this pattern. Lead is threatened at this point.
Royal cards seem to be switching it up. They were heavily pushing A site, but now they seem to be pushing B. But Immigrants is ready for them. They're able to shift their weight really easily from anchoring B to garage.
Idiot.
Oh, but Iron Nightmare gets
Plant a spike.
bunked deep through that door frame.
Here we go. Royal cards switched over, trying to get to C, I think.
Gwendolyn wallbangs him back.
Cage triggered.
Placing alarm bot. Recalling my bot.
Oh,
player
Schultz
standing.
tries to set out a nano swarm, but gets taken down by Caroline when they had their back turned. Oh, and Ill Visions sees Ill Visions after aiming a little bit too high.
And there we are. We now have a tied game.
Oh wow, that was actually very fast.
Yep.
They were able to close in on the gap, just like that.
Immigrants not caring that this is this map is set up for attacking, and they're gonna prove it wrong today. It looks like.
Honestly, yes. I do feel like the coin toss was a funny thing that happened because you would expect the two teams that know in the at the very beginning that they will be a 4v4 to choose a smaller map, but they actually went with the larger one and gave control over who could choose which side first as well. If it was my way, I believe I'd choose a larger map and choose attacking so as to throw them off and make them have to do a lot of cardio at the beginning and tire them out.
Well, watch the overhead. Watch the top map, and you'll see how fast the Immigrants start maneuvering. There's not a whole lot because you only have 4 players attacking. You don't have a lot of room to do feints or fake attacks or fake pushes.
Decoy.
So that allows the Immigrants to be a lot more confident in the rotating. And you notice they don't have a person on C at all. They've got one person kind of floating between B and C. Their Killjoy kind of watching both areas. Allows them to.
Spike
And
down
the
A.
Spike.
Immigrants are already ready for him on A. And now there's the decision. Do you keep pressing or...
30 seconds left.
Cover going out.
Interesting.
I have the spike.
At first the Vandal took down the pistol, but then the pistol
There you
took down the
go.
Vandal.
Trying to go C, and you already got told on. So now they know exactly where they're at. And see the rotate.
Oh! One thing I noticed about I Have a Sister is that he really pushes that time limit on the bomb. Tries to make sure that he is completely secure before planting the spike, but this is the second time that he waited a little bit too long and was unable to get the spike down in time before getting caught.
Yeah, Immigrants aren't shy about rotating, so I don't think you're going to have a lot of time to to feel nice, warm, and cozy before you plant that spike. You're gonna need every second because you're exposed until you get to your cover spot, right? Interesting about putting trips here. For that, that's a pretty decent one to place. But if they're coming out, people rotating out of A, they can just jump over it. So usually I just put them there to make them work through it, make them make sound. They have to jump in order to get around it. So
Caroline smokes A main off and is hiding.
Killjoy's a little slow on C. Still waiting. I already know that Omen used their teleport, so there's gonna be a sneak attack on that.
Drop.
Apparently they don't know where they're at yet. Now they know.
Brimstone's dead.
And Killjoy is instantly on the move.
Yes, dead.
They're
Spike
able to
down
get
A.
the 2 people on site immediately. Oh, but Iron Nightmare gets shot through the smoke by EXD. EXD is known for shooting through smokes and coming really close to getting a headshot. Alright, we're getting a lot of hype in the chat. Let's keep it going, keep the energy flowing. We have a long way to go, folks.
Last player standing.
Oh, and Bankjip goes down, giving the win for that round to Royal Cards. It is 11-11. So again, shout out to Royal Cards with I Have a Sister, Iron Nightmare, Ill Visions, and Shalt. Shalt being the only person with a username that does not start with I. Also, we have on Team Immigrants, Caroline, Bankjip, Gwendolyn, and EXD.
Here. Time to jump. I'll handle this.
Oh! Bankjip tries to tries to throw a nano swarm at Iron Nightmare's face, but gets. I believe that was a shorty in the face. Caroline popped her ult, but I don't think she caught anyone.
Portal closed.
You should run.
Nightmare lets his teleport expire.
Decoy.
Notice he's got it sitting over there in that far corner waiting to pop out in case someone comes through. Yep, there he goes.
One enemy remaining.
Nice play by Nightmare.
Oh, okay. I thought Ill Visions was on Immigrants for a second. They're able to get out in time. Oh, but Caroline gets taken out by the spike. Unfortunate.
Match
All right,
point.
the teams are requesting for a little pause.
Okay.
And here, the teams seem to be playing their own little version of 무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다. The green light, red light game.
Red light, green light.
Yep. We talked about the Squid Game a little bit yesterday, and after
Yes.
that, the AV Gremlin and I watched about 2 episodes, and this morning we watched 1.
Yeah.
So we are giving them a 3-minute pause. But meanwhile, we can talk about our sponsors again. So again, the cool thing about Lovejoy peanut butter is that they are 100% natural. They have no palm oil or hydrogenated oil included. It's a superfood, heart healthy, and essential vitamins and minerals. See that little blue square on Lovejoy PB's Instagram? If you want to enter for the giveaway, go there and tag a friend in the comments, and then we will be checking to make sure that you also on the Twitch chat commented Lovejoy PB. and you can win a free little tub of peanut butter. Mm-hmm. Oh, we'll make sure. We'll make sure we'll to send that one with a little bit of extra texture, you know? Extra crunch. All right, looks like they are ready to resume and the timer is back on. The barriers have lifted, and currently it's Royal Cards 12 and Immigrants 11. EXT back on that fancy wall. Is able to see the Royal Card push towards B, but they quickly regroup and go towards Garage. I wonder if they're going to go through window to B or through C short to C. Interesting thing about alarm bots is you can actually nudge them to the side with util or other things. Yes. Mm-hmm. You don't say. I feel like we're too much in the heat of the game to talk about this. Don't you think? Oh, I'm sure we'll have other things to talk about at the end of the round. I have a sister pushing it with the 10 bullets. Oh, but is able to switch to a classic just in time. I wonder if he will get Caroline, but he gets a little bit weaker with a nano swarm and gets taken out by Caroline. And that round goes to Royal Cards. Congratulations, Royal Cards. You win the first round. First match. All right, we will give the players a 3-minute break as they regroup. And they, yes, team captains will get to choose. If they chose map previously, they will choose the side. If they chose the side previously, they will choose the map. I have yet to see a repeat of maps within the same best out of 3. I'm curious if that will happen today. Oh, I just realized that the last little bit after the pause, the game was not shown on the stream. I deeply apologize for that. But the good thing is that there was a little bit of narration and maybe a little bit of brainwashing with our Gamers Arc logo that you can click on to join the Discord. But yes, Michael, please, to
Not
make people
not
forget, tell the story. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Are you sure she wasn't trying to blast pack you out of harm's way? Anyone in the chat have any other stories to beat Michael's obviously made up story? That has nothing to do with me. Ah, didn't I say I made Cypher yesterday?
What do you think? You think we'll see any changes in tactics this time around, or think we're gonna see more of the same?
Um,
I mean, the quick rotates for immigrants really paid off. I mean, they were really trying to move through, but Royal Cards was just, they were. It was just a tough match.
Are there only 2 maps that have only A and B sites? Are the rest with A, B, and C? There's Split that has
There's all.
2.
Yeah, that's the only one that has
And Ascent that has 2. Correct?
2. Right.
So then the rest of the new maps, Breeze and Fracture, they're the ones they also have 3 each, I believe.
Right.
No.
No. They only have they
Breeze
only have
has
2.
2.
The only one that has 3 is Haven. The only one that has C.
Oh. Wait, what about Fracture? Fracture's also just 2,
Fracture
correct?
just has 2. Mhm.
Oh, okay. So out of all of those maps that only have 2, the first one they chose
It is a 3-site map when they know they're playing down a player. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty interesting.
Interesting. But now it looks like they chose the map Bind. And we have Royal Cards on defending and Team Immigrants on attacking. AB Gremlin has started the countdown and is locking the players into position. Also, a really quick apology for the frozen slide where we got stuck on the Instagram page and we did not show the last little bit of the last round. But for those of you who didn't get enough, hopefully you can just get all the good Valorant goodness on this slide. Again, apologies for the technical difficulties. Thank you for bearing with us. So, Michael, have you been practicing your Korean?
Absolutely not. I have tried several years, well, at least 3 or 4 years, to try to learn Spanish, which is probably one of the easiest ones to learn if you're native English speaking. And yeah, that didn't work. I'm pretty sure I had a Spanish teacher. I had the same one for all 3 years, and she probably lost sleep over that effort. So, interestingly enough, sign language, it was easier for me to start picking up phrases and things with sign language than it was with any of the foreign languages. So hats off to those of you that can speak more than one language. Can't do it. Nothing but admiration.
Are you ready to try pronouncing let's tab real quick. Pronouncing the sky on Team Immigrants.
What are you doing to me? No. I got this. I see what happened here. Y'all are like, hey, that was funny yesterday. You should make it do it again.
Let's see it.
All right.
Come on.
So I'm just gonna say right now, Sky player over there for Immigrants. Apologies because I'm gonna butcher this. Bang Jeep.
Oh, that's pretty good. So because it's a double B, it's a bang.
Bang.
Yep, and
Bang
chip.
Jeep.
Bang chip.
Bang
Awesome.
Jeep.
So that is a bread house, meaning bakery. Lots of smokes happening, lots of blinds, which is a good thing to actually do when you're pushing onto site on A.
Oh, Gwendolyn, you
One
didn't have to
enemy
treat Cypher
remaining.
like that. He
It's
just
okay,
wanted
Cypher
to-
didn't have a sister.
He just I had a mom and dad that are worried about him.
Actually, one of his voice lines do indicate to a backstory where he had a wife and children.
He
But keyword had, yeah. Oh, Gwendolyn with the headshots today, popping off.
Afraid I probably
Rubbing
ate
some
this bowl or
shots
something.
in the wound. Ahaha.
Wow, you're going to get grounded from your own Twitch. I can already see it. Horrible fun.
It's okay. We all love Shots Bay.
Placing swarm grenade.
I asked the AV gremlin to try to keep you under control. Oh,
Turret out.
We have a lot of setups happening on B
Don't give them
site.
ground.
That combination is quite deadly. The Cypher and the Killjoy together.
coming in through A short and then going into what we call as hookah. I don't know what that actually is called. That room, this room, is not. It's probably my least favorite approach on the whole map for attacking. You'll almost never see me go through this way, at least in the beginning.
Spike planted. Last
Oh!
player standing.
Gwendolyn bops ill visions on the head. Meanwhile, the last player I have a sister gets taken down by Gwendolyn yet again. It's only, I believe, 2 rounds in, and
Immigrants are starting off strong.
yeah, they are getting the job done. Gwendolyn already leading with 7 kills and no deaths. Oh, it looks like a pretty even Spectre buy on the loadout for Immigrants. Meanwhile, we have a little bit more of diversity on Royal cards with the guns. Playing it quiet together without taking any of the orbs, but still gets detected through the smoke because their barrel showed. Gets wall banged. Caroline is hiding as quiet as a mouse.
Shadows
But suspecting that Caroline is there, I have a sister dinks him, but is unable to catch him before he gets the orb. Time is running on the clock. It is 50 seconds to go with no plant down. I believe Caroline has a spike. Hoping that Royal cards will rotate out, but no luck on that end.
Swarm grenade out.
Thirty seconds left. Last player standing.
Caroline is going for the long slow tate, but with only 20 seconds on the clock, what will she be able to do?
Ten seconds left.
Royal cards is able to take 1 back. Visions
So-
is fidgeting with that sand
Yeah.
dune setup.
Go
Yep.
here.
The
Yep. Do
one
that
that
quite
you love to
often.
do, yeah.
Yes.
There.
Yeah.
That I
Absolutely.
always satchel away.
Oh, this is amazing.
Yes.
It's like a mop to cobwebs, you know? Nightmare seems to enjoy sending those fake footsteps through the teleporter. Nice little routine.
Bomb grenade out.
The hunt begins.
Immigrants pushing through A short and baths.
Placing swarm grenade.
Again, EXE tries to chuck our Nightmare in the face with his ice cream nano swarm, but dies in the process. This is the second time that's happened, I believe. Unfortunately, this is not Snowball Fight, where that would have been quite effective.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Tell you what, I can't tell you how many times pulling out utils where I get killed. I think it's one of the things I like about Cypher's util is that I set up in the beginning and then kind of try and forget. If I remember, I'll pull a tripwire back to take with me, but I can just concentrate on the guns after the gunplay.
If there's anyone you'd like for us to spotlight that we haven't been paying attention to so far, if you're in the chat waiting for your person, please let us know. Oh, for a second there, I thought the Sky's dog was an agent on all fours running around. It was a little scary there. In zombie mode.
They put in a lot of time with the artwork and the skins and designs for these characters. Joyce, which one is your least favorite?
Oh,
From an appearance
wow.
standpoint.
I was about to say Caroline pushed
Yeah.
as I usually do, but instead of dying like I usually do, was able to successfully just clear the enemy team. You asked me my least favorite gun skin, correct?
No, player.
Player.
The player design, the whole aesthetic, the costume, the colors.
Oh, I actually had a whole thesis on this, a whole essay written on this in my head, but I haven't been asked that question in so long. I'll have to think of it. Oh, one of the things that I didn't like was how Breach and Brimstone were so similarly designed.
Right.
I was so excited to see them because they are the only ones giving us some sort of body type diversity, and yet they were almost split in images of each other with style, color choices, and body type. I wanted to see a little bit more weight distribution difference in the two of them.
Interesting. I'm not a fan of pushing that teleport door, you know? It just seems like there's too much that could happen.
Me, on the other hand, I love pushing that teleport door. But then again, I have so much util that I can send ahead in front of me. Oh, I was just about to say Caroline is in desperate need of a heal, but not anymore.
All she needs is a victim and she's fine.
30 seconds left. Last player standing.
Did not clear your
Spike
corner.
down
Oof.
A.
Cutting
We
through.
have a few cheers in the chat
10
for
seconds
Royal
left.
Cards. Anyone here to cheer for Team Immigrants? Speaking of Royal Cards takes this round as well. Gwendolyn being the sole survivor. It looks like EXD is going alone onto B site with a spike. Oh, never mind. Going into A short. And the rest of the team is pushing the other side of the barrier.
Essentially, they've the row cards have put 2 and 2. Knowing Cypher could probably watch that site by himself. Cypher's going for the rotate right away. While Omen's hanging back.
I wonder if EXD is going to get shot by Shot. Nope. No, goes teleport just in time to avoid that collision. And is able to successfully rotate along with the
Last
spike,
player standing.
leaving Bunk to defend for themselves, but still get the plant on top of, what is that, an elevator?
Turrets destroyed.
Oh, yeah, that's an elevator. Yeah, exactly. Very good.
Thank you. I only
remembered.
remember it because it just doesn't look like an elevator. And every time, the one time I heard someone call it that, I had to look down into the shaft and just figure out that it goes downwards and not upwards.
The lift. It's where they store radionite.
You should run.
In some of the radionite cases.
No wonder I
Underground
can't
facility.
access any of it.
Right?
Last player standing.
Oh, the fake diffuse was just enough to distract Shalt and wait, was that Shalt or EXD? And right before getting frozen up. Oh my goodness, all the terms are slipping me right now. Detained.
Gained, yes.
A.
Good luck, have fun sprays going
Yeah,
around.
I have a sister is able to get that defuse.
Alarm bot out.
Cypher's trying to get up on top of that box on B. Get a little height for his camera. It's a nice camera placement, allows him to see down B long. And not a lot of players look up there to see it.
Speaking of not enough players looking up to see something, lamps is really, I think, one of my favorite places to be because if you look up in lamps, there are lamps. And it's such a beautiful image. I'm really glad they came up with a banner for that in one of the battle passes.
Did not notice that. I've not even looked up in that room. I've always been looking at the
Spike
corners
down
where
A.
someone's got to come around and shoot me. So I've not had a chance to take a look.
Blinding.
Right here.
Perfectly
I have a sister.
timed.
Look up.
Yep.
Oh, we got a little glimpse of it.
I did see a little glimpse. Now that I'm not playing, I'm just watching. I can see a little bit of it.
I'm leaving a note with AB Gremlin that if someone goes to lamps and happens to look up, that we will spectate them. Hopefully we'll be able to catch it this round.
Someone in chat happens to know, I think, that this town is near Cypher's home. This little site is near Cypher's hometown. He's from Morocco. And I think that this is
My camera
somewhere
is
near. I think he
destroyed.
makes a voice. Oh,
Cage trigger.
Killjoy was looking up. She saw Cypher's cam.
Oh, Cam, I heard ham.
Sorry. Yes, his ham. He puts his ham up there.
Oh dear.
Good place. Keep the cats and stuff off of it. The defenders just holding their angles, keeping their crosshair right at head height, trying to stay out of sight. I think I have Gwendolyn's Lear.
Vision's busting out a last minute camera.
Where is everyone hiding?
Starting a little bit of a rap. I personally think
30
that
seconds left.
Cypher's ultimate and Sky's ultimate is the most useful for me to get to support my team by getting frags, because you can kind of trail the enemy with that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
10 seconds left. One enemy
Oh
remaining.
yes, I have a sister is able to wallbang EXD, and Ill Visions takes out Gwendolyn at the same time. Amazing teamwork by Royal Cards.
So I have sisters done that a few times before, knew exactly on the box where to hit.
Placing sentry.
This goes here.
That's a new camera placement for me.
That goes there. Yes, this should do. Oh, this is a nice spot.
Oh, the action is already starting, and Iron Nightmare is having a nightmare. Gwendolyn is in her ult.
Spike down A.
Died
One
in
enemy remaining.
I
overheal.
got the spike.
Last player
I wonder if
standing.
Bungchip will be able to get the spike down in time.
Spike
Yes.
planted.
And gets the headshot kill as well.
Very nicely
Getting
done.
that win for the Immigrants.
That goes there.
Back for changing up their
Yes.
where they place their trips. Keep it.
Decoy.
Caroline successfully checked that little cubby, but I wonder if she's going to check her right in time to see. I have a sister. I don't think she will be able to because it's double smoked currently. I have a sister. Oh, as a result, doesn't see on the right, but just in time is able to get that kill. Oh my goodness! I was scared. I was scared that I have a sister would have smoked himself off with that. Bangjeep is
One
out of
enemy
shots.
remaining.
I guess the bread will be unseasoned.
Found one.
Yep, sister's position is known, and they take advantage of it. Yep.
Last round before the switch.
Last round before the swap, let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. I have a sister leading with 12, 8, 4, and Gwendolyn also leading by 15, 7, 0. Shout out to the bottom frags, Ill Visions, and Bangjeep as well. Looks like a relatively full buy for both teams.
Time to hunt. You should run.
Oh,
Spike
right
down
before
A.
getting the plant, Bangjeep goes down. Lands on the spike. I believe that is EXD taking over. Oh, but Gwendolyn gets taken down. Ah, and so does EXD, and so does Caroline. Iron Nightmare with the... Was that a Bucky?
I missed
Cleaning up.
seeing the weapon itself.
Yes.
Idiots. Here.
Switching sides.
I do think I enjoy the effects that the Zed skins give if you get the last kill, because I feel like it lasts the longest as well, the effects.
Yeah, definitely. I think the most. I mean, Glitch Pop had the probably had the show for longest time with the display
Oh, that's
until
true.
Zed.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It also covers the most ground, I feel, which is interesting.
yeah, it's almost like they use this. It almost feels like it uses almost the same dimensions as Killjoy's alt.
Oh,
Um,
yes, for sure. Speaking
I
of
am a
Zed.
fan of. Yep, I'm a fan of the pistol too.
Mm-hmm. I was just gonna say
Notice,
that as well.
yeah, the colors change as the player moves. So
I feel like
if
it's
they
the
stand still,
strongest skin to have on a classic right now.
yeah, definitely
The
looks the
most
sharpest.
buck for bang. Bang for buck.
Bang for your buck. Yep.
Right now it's 6-6, so
6-6, and both teams are playing
yeah,
pretty cautiously,
exactly.
trying to get
Oh,
that.
that's always slightly
That
cringe
just,
when one person makes noise when everyone is being
yep.
quiet. Try to compensate by sending Yoru's fake footsteps through teleporter, but I don't know if that'll be enough. We still have.
Shalt is probably thinking you shalt not
You
make
shall
noise.
not pass. Really playing the waiting game here.
That was
With
Nightmare that snagged that.
with 30 seconds on the clock. Oh, and Nightmare just
30 seconds
ditches the
left.
rest of the team there
Here.
with his ult. Will he get the plant down in time? Yes, he is able to do so. His sister takes down the sister, gets hit in the shoulder, but survives, hiding behind the boxes. About to get
I
wall
believe
banged.
the plant phase is either 45 or 48 seconds long. That actually extends the game a little bit by planting towards the end.
Last
Just
player
a little
standing.
FYI.
Oh, Visions focuses on EXD, but gets wall banged by Gwendolyn through that crate.
Oh, no, you don't deserve my invention.
There we are. Royal Cards takes the lead in the half.
Honestly, at that point, it's always just commit to one and not shoot in the middle, so there's nothing that he could have done.
Sorry, that was. Yeah, that was Royal Cards.
Yeah. Yes, we have royal cards on attacking and Team Immigrants on defending.
Placing sentry.
For those of you who have just joined the chat, this is actually the second game. Best out of 3. We have yet to know if there will be a third game, depending on the results of this game.
Launching smoke.
Turret down.
This time I have a sister takes the orb before Iron Nightmare can. If you're gonna give away position, let me do it instead. I have a sister does the classic Omen fake teleport. I'm wondering if Team Immigrants is going to fall for it. Oh, was that a
down,
no
B.
scope?
Last player standing.
I almost saw a second one, but unfortunately we did not.
Thirty seconds left.
Time to jump.
10 seconds left.
Yep. Nice play. Can you get there in time? Does not plant in time. Oh,
Oh no.
just shy.
That's
Just
always
shy
a
of
little
that.
bit
I was actually quite hoping not to distract him, which is funny. I was like, "Ooh, get that. It was real close. Valiant effort on that part. I like what he was thinking there, but Didn't have enough time on the clock.
Shiny gun, shiny gun. The snowman actually goes really well with this gun. Is this the Reaver?
Yes.
I'm actually really enjoying watching all these skin and buddy combinations
Our spike
that I
carrier
personally
is
wouldn't
dead.
have paired together, but it just
Spike
goes so
down
well
A.
together. A lot of blinds, a lot of smokes happening here, but Shaw is still able to get a pick and get a headshot on it.
I got the spike.
Using that smoke to the best of its
Spike's down.
availability. Oh, Schultz runs right into the enemy after getting a
One
successful
enemy
plant, but
remaining.
Visions takes Caroline down.
Cage triggered.
One thing I like about Raze's util is that she doesn't have to look at it to pop it. I feel like with
Last player standing.
the lack of sense of direction I have, that would just screw me up even more, but wow, EXD with the ghost. Doing the most. Oh, but gets
Oh.
blinded and dies. I have
Just-
a sister.
Just waiting for that opportunity, waiting for the DPs. And really with that, with the blind, there's nothing you can do. I mean, you don't have to get line of sight with them. You just have to send it through. And you don't have enough time to get out of the way of it. So
We have some people in the chat asking for the tournament day 2 schedule. So we just started the semifinals at 3 p.m. Toronto time EST, and we are going to have a little intermission and raffle draw at 6 p.m. again, Toronto time EST. Grand finals will start approximately at 6:30 tonight. Stay tuned for perhaps a rumored post interview as well.
Our carrier is
Spike down.
guys,
A.
all just gave away their
I have retrieved the spike.
position. That's something that's really nice about Sky's alt, as information gathers, these little cabbages, as we call them, take the shortest path to the enemies, so you'll see which direction they're in.
Flawless.
I'm wondering if Royal Cards is going to have a save round, by the looks of it. Their biggest buy being a Stinger right now. Oh, there goes the Spectre. Again, Stinger.
Right? Yeah.
Bucky.
Real cards trying to get themselves in a decent position to maybe change the momentum next round.
Oh, but a
Spike
Vandal.
down
It's
B.
really hard to stand up to a Vandal with a classic.
It is.
stealing sight.
I have a sister.
Player
It's pretty
standing.
good with the Sheriff, but still, again, with Caroline and EXD's Phantom and Vandal, it's looking a little
Did-
bleak.
Both teams should be able to buy full weapons and shields at this point.
We also have a lot of alts ready. On Team Royal Cards, we have Nightmares, Shots, and Ill Visions. Basically everyone except for I have a sister with their ultimates ready. And on Team Immigrants, we have Caroline and EXD.
So we've got opening up the sky and area denial for alts for immigrants. So hopefully maybe use that to disrupt whatever Royal Cards is trying to do in order to swing the momentum in their favor.
Bunkty pops out of doggy early in order to catch successfully Iron Nightmare in his ult.
One down.
Ill Vision's wreaking havoc here though, and successfully giving his team his intel. Finds a little
good,
corner to hide in.
That was a good guess on Rib's part on where to drop that ult.
One enemy remaining.
Beautiful shot there.
Oh yes, there. I just got informed from our chat that our giveaway notification has not been updated. To say that you have to go to Lovejoy PD's Instagram, find Gamers Arc post, and tag a friend instead of commenting your favorite way to eat peanut butter. But I mean, the more you do, the better. So, thank you for pointing that out. We will try to get on that soon.
Special little shout out to Mini Friend for helping us with that. Thank you very much.
Right now we have Caroline watching on Heaven. While Schultz and I have a sister is an Iron Nightmare. Spike gets zoinked on
Spike
a
down
short.
A.
Sniper just right behind him, gets the trade. I have a sister teleported up into Heaven. I wonder if
You should run.
He'll catch anybody in the rotate. EXD is right there around the corner.
One enemy
Oh, and I have a sister is able to get one. I wonder if he will get the next one too. Again, if you missed it before, the way to enter the giveaway is you type LovejoyPB in the stream chat and then go to their Instagram, find our post, and underneath just tag a friend. We will update that after this match. Royal Card's just stomping into hookah. Iron Nightmare doing a weird little teleport. Gwendolyn actually getting 2 wall bangs.
player standing.
Iron Knight. Wow, this whole round is just people shooting through walls, shooting through doorways.
Decoy.
Soul Survivor, Iron Nightmare. Flanking with the spike. But the spike is no help. Just watches him die.
Immigrants working hard to keep their lead and possibly bounce out the scales from the previous loss. So they're able to keep hold of this lead all the way through for the next round or two. There'll be a 1-1 game and we'll be playing a third.
lamps. We're in lamps. Look up, Gwendolyn. Look up. Actually, no. Play properly. Don't look up. Does anyone in the chat have a favorite corner to just vibe in on any of the maps? If you had to live in any corner of any map, Michael, which map would you choose?
Oh gosh, I don't know about the corner, but I'll be honest with you. My favorite place is probably on. I mean, if I'm gonna vibe in a corner, I guess it'd have to be Breeze right there by the DJ booth. But because on some of the maps it plays music and it's kind of cool. But same map, different place. You like you said, I play Cypher quite a bit. Inside cave, there's an open area where you can see there's some crystals and stuff coming through a crack in the wall.
Enemy remaining.
You can actually put your camera inside there, and then look out from your camera, and it's kind of a cool little space in there. Too small to fit in, but still kind of cool space to look at.
Imagine if I'd done that. Tear it down.
Ooh.
Oh, that's actually a really interesting animation to see EXD get sucked into right where he planted the spike. For the grounds to open up and swallow them.
Row cards, not willing to let this go so easily. A little bit of a battle on A going on at the moment. Ooh. And Immigrants takes a one-person lead. Many royal cards piled up on garden here.
Spike down A. "30 seconds left. Last player standing."
Interesting on this play is that Killjoy, after they got the kill on A while we were focused on B,
Match point.
remained behind in case there was a rotate. So, and that probably gave them that round.
Oh, Gamers Arc TV is raiding with a party of 12 raiders. Welcome, welcome everybody. It is a party here. Also, funny story. Sunny is a major multitasker while I have tunnel vision. And I don't know how he
Don't
did it,
overthink
but
it.
while
That's my job.
casting and raiding and controlling his entire stream, he was able to fix our Nightbot to have the correct giveaway information all in one go, just with his two hands.
I dropped the spike.
Because Sunny's kind of a demigod.
I asked him how he did in the Gamers Art group chat, and all he said was, "I am magic."
So. Thank you, Sunny, for your remote support there on that.
Yes. I thought it was funny. I think that was Schultz who just gave Cypher the spike. Was it Cypher or Omen? Anyways, the way Schultz gave it to them was literally went up really close and poured it into their face.
Stealing.
Last player standing.
Ooh. Illvisions almost gets taken downstairs with Caroline's ultimate, but is able to jump off the elevator just in
Where
time.
is everyone hiding?
Indiana Jonesing out his hat. Oh, but oh no, that is so sad. shoots the yellow outline instead of Cypher. Oh,
That
but
secures it for immigrants.
yes, indeed.
Cypher's place. Wherever that is.
So I believe, Michael,
Last
if I
player.
have the numbers straight, Royal Cards won the last match,
Guys.
correct?
Correct. 13-11.
And now we have 10-13. Immigrants takes this round, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. Then
That's
we
correct.
will indeed have a third match.
We will indeed. And really, both games have been pretty close, within 2 or 3 points. So,
Mhm. It's a pretty fair fight. We will get the music going again. And everyone hydrate, stretch, dance around, get some snacks. Get ready for the third match. We are indeed exposing some people out here. Oh, okay. AV Gremlin shook her head vigorously because we are not streaming personal information like I thought we were. This is just for Delta V. All right, everybody, we are going to do. We are going to compare the score and see which one had the bigger disparity, and they will be able to choose whether they want the map or to pick the map or the side. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Wait, is that right? Giving the one with the head start the first choice? Yes. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. True, true, true. Meanwhile, last time, I'm going to be doing this shout out before we do the actual raffle draw. Oh, 1 second. Can anyone hear us? Or is the game sound suddenly cut off? Oh no, never mind. We're all good. Okay, we're all good. Okay, shout out to our sponsors. One last time while the teammates come back. 1 second. So our sponsors are Lovejoy Peanut Butter. Thank you so much for sponsoring us with 4 jars of uniquely made peanut butter flavors: maple cinnamon, honey chia seeds, chocolate hazelnut, dark chocolate coconut. If you want to enter, now is one of your last chances. From now until when we do the raffle at 6 p.m. ish. Please type Lovejoy PB in the chat on stream, and then go to Instagram, follow them, and comment on their Gamers Arc post. All you have to do is tag a friend in the comments. We will check, so please honor system, and then we will do the draw soon around 6 p.m. And Michael, don't worry, we made sure everyone could hear you all the time.
It's warning y'all. I sent another message to you. I apologize, but the previous graphics, I'll need a copy of those too.
Oh, no worries.
Itself, so there's no personal information on this. But the scoreboard summaries I'll need. Thank you. This is. All right, I've captured that. Next one, please.
All right, sit tight, everybody. Awesome, awesome. Oh, we have some predictions going on in the chat, which is really interesting. Some people are predicting to the T the number and how which team will win. Some people are debating 13-10, 13-12. One second. Oh, why don't we go ahead and play that clip of Sunny eating peanut butter while we figure this out. We have some issues going on with the teams. Some people might need a little bit of a longer break. So for intermission, really quick, we're just gonna play a clip or two.
You fiends, you have done this. All right, one bite. Here's my first one. Is that satisfying? Y'all better go like and follow freaking Lovejoy PB. That's all I'm saying. Y'all better go like them. Y'all better go follow them on Instagram right now. Round 2, okay? I'm sorry I double dip, but whatever. It's my peanut butter. All right. All right, round 2. Yeah, I'm gonna get the biggest poops. You fiends, you have done this. All right, one bite. Here's my first one. Is that satisfying? Y'all better go like and follow freaking Lovejoy PB. That's all I'm saying. Y'all better go like them. Y'all better go.
All right, all right. We are back after that long break. Sorry about that, folks. We had some issues with the teams, but we are doing the countdown now. And we are going back in to split this time. The chat is asking if we turned into a mukbang after that display of Lovejoy peanut butter entering Sunny's mouth with that very big spoon. It looks very good, very yeah, it looks really yummy. That 100% natural goodness. All right, mic check.
I am here. So I just want to make sure that was, since I am apparently live all the time, I wanted to make sure I was muted till we were ready to go. They don't hear me eating Taco Bell or something. Okay, looks like immigrants are going to be attacking. Split. I can't. There's parts about this map that I love, and there's parts that I hate. I think pretty much all of A I hate.
I'm sure AV Gremlin can relate to that. Oh, something has happened. We will check on them real quick. Meanwhile, Michael, can you entertain the chat, please?
Well, I don't know what I'm going to entertain. Well, I could break out in a song, but if we want to keep people actually tuned into the Twitch, maybe we don't do that. Let's see, what could we entertain the group with? Well, since we're on a 3 minute delay, you guys are not going to be able to respond to my voice directly with anything relevant or anything in real time. We'll just talk about Split itself. We are still going to that map, though, by the way, right? Maps. Um, so with Split itself, not quite sure you guys' thoughts on this, but while we're working with players that are 4v4, imagine in your head what you'd wind up doing with this as far as tactics go. Would you want to go 2-on-2 and kind of leave mid exposed? Mid on this map, I think, is one of those areas that's pretty important. It's pretty essential for cutting off rotation. I mean, if you can cut that off, the only way to rotate obviously is through the spawn areas, which leaves a back door into heaven, or coming from that back alley, or going through screens onto site itself, which gives the attackers a little bit of choice in how they want to approach the site. I think personally, on something like this, I'd probably just do a 1 and 3 on defense, and just leave a pair of eyes, rotate back, just kind of like we talked about with the last round. I think with a 4v4, you're kind of limited on the types of tactics you can use. From an attacker's perspective, I think I would push mid. If you push mid as an attacker with foresight, you can rotate out through either vents, you can rotate through sewer, although it's loud, or you can break into B heaven. We apologize for those viewers here that are watching this, but it looks like we are starting to set up for split. We are loading. We're still set up in the same configuration, so Royal cards will be defending for the first half of this game. Be interesting to see what tactic they use to defend. Personally, I'd leave Cypher off by himself and keep the other three together for either a power retake, or there'll already be 3 people on site and just deny entry into the site. But we'll see if they follow along with that. Joyce, are you back with us?
Yes, I am.
Come back.
Thank you, thank you.
Turn out. Placing swamp grenade. Placing swamp
Interesting.
grenade.
Looks like the attackers are splitting between A and B. One mid. Interesting.
A funny story to share during this buy phase. One of my friends who recently became a streamer, I don't know if any of you know her, Becca Lee, she shared on her Instagram story that while she was saying goodbye to an IRL friend, someone in real life, instead of saying goodbye to this non-gamer in real life friend, she said, "Good luck, have fun." And I don't
Nice.
even know if she said the full phrase. She might have just said, typed in the air, GLHF, you know, and disappeared. And apparently the person was like, okay, bye.
Yeah. Don't know what that means.
I feel like it's the game equivalent of have a great summer that you used to sign in yearbooks.
Turret destroyed.
One enemy remaining.
There you are.
All right, that was an aggressive first round. And almost immediately, Bangtip has racked up 3 kills and Ill Visions 2, securing the top fragger spot for now.
Okay. I think it's
Down.
unfortunately I have to report that I've just been robbed. My wife came in, took my credit card, and now she's going to get her nails done.
Amazing. Oh no! EXT getting blasted with
Spike
all of the
down,
util
B.
possible. A blind, the turret, some smokes, and then getting right-clicked by Iron Nightmare.
Headshot.
Oh, headshot by Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn is actually playing
Last player
Sage now.
standing. Thrifty.
If I remember correctly, I believe that she was playing Sky earlier. Could be wrong.
Let me check that. I believe you might be correct. Gwendolyn was playing, no, sorry, Reyna last round. Was it Reyna last round? Yeah. She's been playing, Gwendolyn's been playing Reyna the
I
last
see, I
2
see.
matches.
Yes. Again, people in the chat, if there is someone you feel like we are not featuring enough, please mention their usernames in the chat and we will give them a little highlight reel. In game. Try to view them from different angles, feature them on their best side. The ghost looks so small in Brim's hands.
I apologize. Let me go deal with the dogs one moment.
The thing about Omen's smokes is that you can always tell which direction it's coming from usually. So I feel like it kind of exposes you at the same time. Although I guess you could, if you were the only one
Unavoidable.
being monitored, if you were the sole survivor as an Omen, I guess you could send out a smoke from one side very obviously and then teleport to the other side.
Enemy
Or
down.
would you have to teleport to the same side in order to, play big brain games?
Turret down.
EXD keep trying to keep that enemy.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, Gwendolyn again with the headshot,
Last player standing.
but gets taken out by Iron Nightmare. 1v1
30 seconds
while
left.
the score is 1-on-1.
Blood.
And Royal Cards takes that win. Again, roll call for Royal Cards. We have Iron Nightmare, Ill Visions, I Have a Sister, and Schultz. And on Team Immigrants, we have Gwendolyn, Bangtip, Caroline, and EXD.
Get out of my way. Blocking sight.
Okay, I'm back with you.
Spike planted.
EXD doing what EXD does best, shooting through smokes. Trying to see if he can get a pick or two.
See Pikachu?
Oh, Shell drops down right behind the
Player
wall,
standing.
but gets caught by EXD. That was a little peekaboo moment.
Defuse the spike.
EXD doing a rotate through mid with the spike. Oh, gets caught in the tripwire.
Last player standing. Thirty seconds left.
All right, the chat is requesting a little bit of ill vision, so we will make sure to do that here and there. Oh, speaking of the devil. Right now, EXD is the lone survivor and gets Eye of a Sister right in the back of the shoulder. With 12 seconds on the clock, what will
10 seconds
EXD
left.
do?
Swarm grenade planted.
Oh, EXD knew that Iron Nightmare was right underneath, and I wonder, no, he's not able to get the plant in time, and Schalt just comes in
Yep.
with the win.
I required a full commit on that, and they probably would have had it, but
Honestly,
I don't
he
think
was
there's
doing
anything they
the
could have
most,
done.
yeah.
Yeah, there was nothing he could have done. Just saying, to plant the spike, he needed that all that time.
That goes there.
Placing sentry.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
All right, it looks like Team Immigrants is pushing into B site slowly.
You should run.
Schalt is holding the site down. And with a lot of util in B main. So not too much to worry about.
Swarm grenade out.
Triggering all of her util right now. Oh my goodness, the other flip side of that is chaos. First it's the nano swarms, then it's the turret. Shots at quite the setup here.
Spike planted.
It bought them just enough time for the rest of the team
Last
to
player
rotate.
standing.
Placing sentry.
Yes, this should do.
Yes, this should do. time it looks like they're approaching A site. Both Buntip and I have a sister trying to jiggle peek each other.
Got one of Immigrants trying to cut through mid. They're looks like they're moving towards heaven through ropes.
Wonderful
Through vents.
headshot by Buntip.
Spike's down.
We switch to ill visions real quick. You should be able to see him come up behind Brim, maybe. Yep.
Oh!
There it is. Beautiful.
Where is everyone hiding?
Good catch.
Just in time to give some intel.
Cage trigger.
I feel like if I was playing in this match, I would have died a million times because I find a lot of like psychological safety in smokes, but everyone on this team, on both of these teams, seems to be really good at spamming smokes. And
I probably need you to
getting
put your
a
hat
pick.
back on. Absolutely, I didn't understand what the thing, but yeah, we had a close up on Cypher without his hat, and he needs to put that hat back on. That's a weird head.
A lot of people have been calling him a thumb.
Like a big toe kind of thing or something. Yeah, absolutely.
Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade. Alarm bot out.
So you asked me previously, Michael, which agent I felt like had the worst character design or something like that. What would you
Yeah,
say?
or just your at least your least favorite. I'll put it that way, because I think that the folks at Riot did a great job with all of the
Yes,
characters.
indeed, 100%.
So for me, as I'm looking at them all, I got to be honest with you. Astra's outfit is really colorful, but I feel like there's nothing.
Cage trigger.
When I think about this game, I think about the gunplay. I think about the combat, and Astra's just outfit for me just doesn't have anything. It doesn't feel like anything militaristic to it at all. Not even Sage at least tries. She's got her belt with the globes on it and stuff like that. There's something there that says, "Hey, I've been fighting for a little bit." Astra's just like, I just came off a runway somewhere, modeling. I apologize. I've got dogs upset in the background. I'll go deal with that again. I'll be right back.
Oh, that was scary. Bangjeep just bursts out of nowhere and shoots I Have a Sister in the face. Oh,
30
meanwhile,
seconds left.
Caroline tries to take down, I believe it was Iron Nightmare, but Schultz helps out by taking Bangjeep. They got the plant down. It's 2v2, so I'm wondering what they're going to do.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, headshot through the screen. Pros don't fake. Pros don't fake. Pros don't fake. No! Pros don't fake! Ill visions. It's alright. It was in the bag. No worries. But that corner needs a lot of weeding. Alright. Really good round. Currently, it's 6 to Royal cards and 2 to Team Immigrants.
This goes here.
I know that usually for tournaments, because it might not just be a regular 5-stack, that sometimes for the sake of strategy, some people have to give up their mains. I'm wondering if there are any people in these two teams that had to sacrifice their main for either someone else for the sake of strategy, or if they were asked to play the healer and they weren't a healing main.
I think that for at least for my game style, if somebody asked me to be the healer, they'd be sorely disappointed. But I'll probably live longer.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say that. Like, it could be a pro and a con because you're not so used to it, but at the same time, you can't kick into autopilot, so you have to actually play it very carefully.
Opponent's kill.
Well, that's true. I was thinking more in terms of I'd wind up healing myself than my teammates. But yeah, you're probably right. You do tend to be a little more cautious.
Got a few wallbangs back there, and Caroline gets shot in the back by Schalt. Gets shot in the back by Schalt.
One of the things that I'm reminded of when I watch these players play is that for my own game, I always think about the util. How can I use it? But if you watch all these kills, almost none of these kills happen because of util specifically, right? Util might help, they might distract, but that's it. All the killing comes from the guns for the most part. So,
You know why that's true?
well, do I know why it's true? Because I'm
There's
not
no
raised.
raise. There's no raise
yeah.
in here.
It's true. You know, raised util is probably most effective when it comes to killing. But I think my point being is that you know, these players are not getting themselves so wrapped up in their util that they're not, you know, making effective kills with the guns, which is what wins the match. So.
Blocking sight.
Definitely hear some reloading going on from screens.
Last player standing.
Bomb grenade out.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, awesome headshot. Oh no, Iron Nightmare again with the really good Yoru plays, blinding on one side and teleporting to the other, flanking with his util, as a good Yoru does. Wonderful debuts.
Here.
Guards really putting in a solid showing here, trying to secure an early lead going into this, getting closer to the half.
Placing
Swarm grenade. Placing sentry.
what's this?
For a second there, this almost looks like shoe boxes in those crates. Wonder what they are. I was actually going to ask AV Gremlin to turn around again, but I realized that she's not controlling Bangti. If she were, that'd be terrifying. Actually, it would have saved her in this case because I have a sister sneaked up behind her and shot her from the back. So it's like, oh, let's look at those shoe boxes, and then turns her forcibly around, and then there's an enemy with a gun right there.
Here.
Last player standing.
I have the spike.
Spike down A. Last round in the half.
Chat is going off with cheers for Royal Cards. Where is Team Immigrants friends? Come on. The crowds are loud.
Turret out.
Right now, shout out to the scoreboard. We have Iron Nightmare with his ultimate ready with 13 kills, and on the other side we have Gwendolyn top fragging with 11 kills as well. It looks like both teams have 2 ultimates up their sleeve. EXE threatening the hallway with his ultimate. Gwendolyn is able to negate
Wall raised.
Ira and Nightmare's. No, wait, that was I Have a Sister's
Spike down.
teleportation.
Spike down B.
Initiated.
Last player
Oh
standing.
no. Oh, look at Caroline. Talking about the Bulldog and the kills. Oh, unfortunately, it did have a limit, and I Have a Sister took out Caroline.
Switching sides.
Time to switch sides.
Turret out.
We have Royal Cards with leading with 9 and Team Immigrants with 3.
Apologize for my absence in chat. I'm dealing with something at the moment here. I'll be back with you guys in just a moment.
I'm surprised. I feel like
Yeah.
last tournament we saw a lot of knifing happening. It might just be that one of the teams was a little bit more troll than usual, but I'm surprised to see a severe lack of it in this tournament. I suppose that is a good thing. Wise play. Less dramatic.
Shadows traveling.
Oh, the hallway of death created by EXD's nanoswarms.
Sage killed. Here. Placing alarm bot. Alarm bot.
I Have a Sister
One
taking
enemy
care of
remaining.
stragglers while
Last player
Shalt
standing.
is getting that plant down. Caroline is hunting. Oh, but does not know that Schultz is creeping up behind him. Oh, but the reload and Caroline takes that kill. Oh, that was so sad. It was like a little in that situation because they didn't have a secondary gun. There was nothing to switch to unless they just went with a knife and stabbed them in the face. There was nothing that could have been done in that situation. Look at Caroline making faces. Again, EXD setting up that hallway of death. Getting ready to take care of this site all by himself. Schultz is walled out. Classic kind
Yeah.
of blends into the wall right there. I believe that's Sage's gun skin.
That is Sage's gun that you get after level 10.
Because I was talking to myself, I was looking at the AV Gremlin every time I asked a question, but as soon as I looked at her this time, I heard your voice say it is, and that kind of tripped me up a little bit.
Sorry about that. We had some people that were excited in chat, and just need to remind them the rules.
Decoy. Here.
We have a slow tate happening over onto A site with the spike. But unfortunately, I do believe the jet is making their way to mid. I wonder if they'll see I Have a Sister. Nope, just goes right into the mail room.
30 seconds left.
Joins the rest at B side. If they pull this off, they might be able to dodge. Getting oh, I Have a Sister gets taken down. That's gonna start arousing suspicions that Royal Cards is actually indeed on A site. So Vision
10
rushes
seconds
the
left.
plant.
Last player
Spike.
standing.
Perfect timing. Oh, there was nothing he could do there with a bunch of footsteps on the left turning there and being exposed to both Heaven and CG. And Gwendolyn is able to get the shares the defuse. Sharing is caring, and EXD defuses.
Flawless.
Flawless round.
Placing sentry.
Gundelin's setting up for our early wall in mid. Omen lurking in mid, waiting for someone to try to come out and flank him. Duel in mid, sorry to happen.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Yep, Omen coming up, taking the pressure off of heaven. Off from heaven.
Oh, that alarm bot finally giving some intel right there.
Stim beacon here.
Oh no! But I have a sister catches Caroline right as she sets down the stim beacon. I believe that is visible to the enemy team, correct?
Correct. Yeah, the ground effect is visible to the enemy.
Does it actually
You can
give
also hear it.
both teammates a combat stim, or is it just for the team that laid it down? Because I always
You know,
wondered.
I read a post, it was an older post that said that the team also got it, but I don't think that's the case currently. I think it's just your team gets the effect, gets the boost. I want to say that maybe in the early days it did.
That's funny because I just realized I always walk through it instinctively, regardless of whose it is, just in case, for good measure.
Right?
It would be funny if it actually did the opposite. And if it was an
Give 'em
enemy
a
combat
debuff.
stim. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You should run.
Right now we have royal cards surrounding Team Immigrants while they are getting the plant down. It's a pretty good layout they have.
Decoy.
Trying to lock down the situation as much as they can. It's going to be really hard for
One enemy remaining.
Gwendolyn and Shot to push in. Oh, EXD, my bad. Alright, it looks like Team Immigrants is going to struggle a little bit with the buys. What are they going to do here with their econ? Royal Cards is considerably a little bit more rich. Considerably more rich.
This is a nice spot.
This is a bad time to have some problems with your econ. You really kind of need that extra. You need that room. 'Cause you got a lot to catch up on as far as score goes.
Know exactly where you are.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Oh! Oh no! That placement was a genius setup by Schultz. Hiding in that little corner and popping up just in time as soon as the turret went off. That's a little cruel. Especially when you're vulnerable on the ropes. The ground is shaking, the heavens are shaking, the walls around you are shaking. What can you do?
Potential of looking at the last round for royal cards. I'm sorry, for immigrants. Break this hold.
If Royal Cards wins right now, they are the ones to move on to the grand finals, correct?
That is correct.
We do have a bunch of people trying to cheer on the underdogs. But also the Royal Cards fan base is going pretty strong in the chat.
They are.
EXE doing the most out here, but gets taken down by the opposing Killjoy Shot.
Well, if names are any indication, I believe the player that was unable to be the fifth for this round is in our Twitch stream right now. He's
Spike
cheering
planted.
his team on.
Last player standing.
Ooh, and congratulations.
Attackers win.
And well played. But the win goes to Royal Cards. All right, all right. All right, then it is finally time to do our little. Okay, so to clarify, the ones that will be moving on to the grand finals will be Royal Cards. And they will be facing off with whoever won from the Gamers Arc stream. I believe if I have gotten their notification soon. Okay, I do not have that information. But anyways, we will find that out soon. Meanwhile, this is your last chance to enter into the raffle, the viewer prize giveaway. So if you can, right now, we will give you 3 minutes and then we will do the raffle soon. So all you have to do is type LovejoyPB in the chat. And then afterwards, you can go to their Instagram, find the blue post with the Gamers Arc logo, underneath tag a friend. We want to support them as much as we can because they are graciously sponsoring us with 4 lovely jars of uniquely made peanut butter flavors. And by now, y'all should be able to say it with me. Maple cinnamon, honey chia seeds, chocolate hazelnut, and dark chocolate coconut.
Our chocolate coconut. That was the only one I was waiting for. I sent a message to you. I need a couple of graphics when you have a chance.
Sounds good. Okay. So while we give everyone a few seconds to enter into the raffle right before we do it in a few minutes, just vibe to the music, get some water, and then we will be announcing who wins the viewer prize soon before we move on to the intermission and to the grand finals. So please go ahead and follow them, like them, and comment and tag a friend.
Folks, just in case it didn't go through, please go ahead and do it again.
All right, all right. Once again, congratulations to Royal Cards for moving on. We just got word from the other bracket that GMU Gaming will be the one moving on from Gamers Arc TV. That finale, the grand finals, will be streamed on twitch.tv/GamersArcTV. So go ahead and go over there and tune in at 6:30 p.m. But right now, as you have been waiting, the person that won the lovely tub of peanut butter is Juicy Menu. So congratulations for winning the viewer prize. For the grand finals, they are also going to have another viewer prize raffle draw. So you're still not too late. Make sure you go to LovejoyPB on Instagram and find our post and tag a friend in order to win that. Yeah. So again, just to clarify, everyone, we will see you at 6:30 for the grand finals at twitch.tv/GamersArcTV. And that's it for us on this channel. Much thanks to the AV Gremlin living downstairs, and also to you, Michael.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. Make sure you get back to us in about a half hour here. We'll be kicking off with the finals for our fall tournament.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. That was Gamers Arc Fall Valorant Tournament 2021 Chapter 3 Built Different. Can't wait to see you soon. Oh, Juicy Menu, please reach out to us at Gamers Arc on Instagram, and then we will get the information that we need from you there. Make sure that you're following us so that we can message you as well. All right. We'll see you soon, everyone.
All right, have a good day, guys.
Peace.